So it's been 3 months. Sorry about that. I have a lot to catch y'all up on. I am at the imaging center, second MRI. So I have one today, I have a different test tomorrow, and then I have another MRI on Tuesday. Then we're gonna leave on Wednesday. I'll be so glad when this part of stuff is over and we get to get back on the road. After all the medical testing, family shenanigans, fun and food with friends, it was time for us to get back on the road. We saw some really neat things along the way. We stopped to see Mammoth Spring before crossing into Missouri, and then spent a night in Springfield. I got to visit with my cousin Ellie in Kansas before we headed into the colder temps of Colorado. While parts of it were still pretty cold and snowy, the whole thing was just really beautiful. My favorite part of the journey back was Utah. That state is absolutely otherworldly. Just breathtaking. I never knew such wonder existed there. Sometimes you can see photos of things and it's like, wow, that's really pretty. And then seeing something like this in real life, it's like, how is that even real? Our last stop was in Fallon, Nevada at Hidden Cave. You know, I couldn't have asked for a more scenic trip back. I've had a lot to think about as far as my health is concerned, and a lot to, try to process and grapple with. And I think that for the most part, I've kind of made peace with it. So when I was in Arkansas, I had MRIs on my entire spine. And there's a lot going on there. Some things that I definitely didn't expect. Degenerative disc disease, kind of expected that, expected some of the other things, but I didn't expect the benign tumors in 4 of my vertebrae, in 4 of my vertebrae, because it's not like there's something outside, and it's not on my spinal cord, which is great, but it's actually inside the bone, and I had never even heard of such a thing. And so they want me to see a neurosurgeon for all of that, which is fine, except that I'm in California and they have me scheduled to see one in September in Arkansas. So I've got a lot to think about as far as that's concerned. But in the meantime, we have been slowly but surely getting the work done on the van. It's gonna take a minute. I'm so proud of the progress that we've made so far. Well, got most of my stuff out of the van. And this is where we are right now. I didn't know how much stuff I had until we took it all out. Here I was working on assembling the platform for the bed. It slides out and then it slides back in. I'll link the channels that inspired this build in the description below. Honestly, I gotta figure out what to do about the board slimming down on the frame. When we put the mattress on there, it's gonna be heavier. And so I need to figure out how to muffle that sound. Also, it's just very jarring. When we finally had it all assembled, it was time to take it for a test run, so I drove up to Oregon for a few days. I look rough, and I feel rough. I'm exhausted, and I am in pain, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it ad nauseum, that you gotta find out what works for you. And sometimes you gotta find out the hard way. And this is one of those instances. In the end, it wasn't the right build for me.
At least I got to see some pretty places along the way.
So how did all that go? Well, if you can see, it's not made, but I have my old bed back in the van. I have ordered a new mattress. I'm here in the shop. And not only did that bed build not work for me, on the way back here, my driver's side window thing, whatever the thing is called, broke. So I'm having all kinds of have a good time with van stuff. I will be here for a while, going to get the window fixed, waiting on a new mattress because I definitely needed that, and got some other stuff to get worked on as well. So that's where we are now. After taking the van in to get worked on, we had a couple of friends come visit us, and it was so much fun having them here. So that's where we are right now. Until next time, peace and bright blessings. My hair looks amazing. That was cute. What? Dude, it feels sometimes that I just sound so ridiculous. Degenerate. I never can say it. I don't even know. Jeez, I liked her up. You know. Wow.